In the still echo of that final shot, the vault dweller stood alone, the pulse of his breath merging with the distant howls of the wind over the wastes. The metal floors of Vault 13 were cold beneath his boots. Colder still was the body of Jacorin, lying discarded as a rag doll whose threads had met their end. The corridors of the vault, once a sanctuary, now stretched like the hollow bones of some great, dead beast. He remembered the warmth of the reactor's hum, the chatter of neighbors, the soft certainty of daily rations, all that had been exchanged for a desolate freedom under an uncaring sky. He walked through the vault, its lights flickering like the dying pulse of a heart. His own heart, a barren drum, tapped out the rhythm of his exodus. The faces of those he had saved and those he had slain visited him in the dim light, ghosts whispering of deeds that could not be undone. His hands, stained with the residues of battles, seemed to him now like relics of a man he could scarcely recall. Outside, the world was a vast expanse, painted in the hues of twilight and decay. He looked back once toward the metal door that had sealed his fate, now closing him out as it had once closed him in. The wastes beckoned with a silent call, the winds weaving through the cracked earth like the lamentations of lost souls. As he stepped into the embrace of the wasteland, the setting sun threw his shadow long and thin across the dust. He thought of the water chip, of the lives it had saved and those it had cost. Each step away from the vault was a step into a legend he had never sought, a story written in the blood of the fallen and the tears of the survivors. He knew the stars watched him, indifferent and eternal. The darkness gathered, and in its embrace he pondered the cost of survival, the weight of his choices. The desert did not care for heroes or villains. It only knew the relentless march of time and the quiet, enduring struggle of all who dared to walk its paths. So the vault dweller wandered, a solitary figure against the vast, indifferent landscape, carrying the burdens of the past and the uncertain promise of tomorrow.